Coach, a close fought game. Your thoughts on the game itself?
Disappointed tonight, George. I don't think we were at our best. We had moments where we were good, and then there was other moments it was we weren't as good, and a couple of basic mistakes that's cost us tonight.
On a positive note, I thought myself there was 3 really good chances there. On another night would have resulted in at least 1, maybe 2 goals. Your thoughts on that as well?
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. We had, there was certainly good moments in the game, but if we created those chances, maybe a couple of games into the season, we're capitalising on that. There's still a few guys that are needing some reps behind them, and maybe in another night that we convert those chances, and it's a different tonight's a different outcome.
Very true. How do you think the special teams performed tonight?
I thought we're still finding our feet. I thought our first PP unit were okay tonight. Our second PP unit we weren't great. D zone in terms of our killing, we were actually okay killing. I think limiting high scoring chances. We were okay, and Aberdeen are pretty decent. They've got a couple of pieces there on the PP that can certainly punish you, and we knew that. So that PK, there's a couple of tweaks that we can make. PP, in terms of conversion, I think it's certainly something that we're going to be working on.
Yeah, definitely. I was going to say as well. I mean, the Lynx are a good team, and it must give you some confidence really going forward. The result tonight, as I said, on another night, it would have been. There's only 1 goal in it.
Yep. I think and that's what the guys were saying there as well. To lose with 1 goal against the guys are the playoff champions, from last year. So let's not kid ourselves. They've had good success over the last couple of seasons. So we know what we're getting. But I think over the piece they were probably better than us tonight.
2 more signings, very recent. How did they come about?
So Mikey Dobson, who he's been here before, but Mikey was working abroad for a year, and then he's contacted me, and I did say when he left that he was more than welcome, back to this team. He's been here when we've won things, so he's a kind of stalwart of the club, and obviously you had Craig Peacock who's just joined us as well. We've been talking to Craig for a while, and we can ask him for his help. He has a wealth of experience, and the guy's just a gentleman. He's class. He uses class, the guy, and that came about. It's kind of organically. There's a couple of guys who we know, and they contacted him. We sat down and we kind of laid out where the club's at currently. Where we want to be over the next couple of years, because we've identified there's some high-end kids that's going to be joining us, within the next 2 years. So I think it's important as a club to put, another layer of professionalism there, and to get somebody, when it became available of Craig's, calibre is absolutely fantastic. I mean, his CV, speaks absolute wonders. So now we're, absolutely delighted to have him on board with us.
Yeah, nobody's ever going to be happy with a lost coach, but myself, I think it looks quite positive going forward.
Yep, I think we have the makings there, of a good team. We've got a couple of more. There's going to be a couple of more guys coming in, so our squad is certainly going to grow, and there's going to be a lot of competition now for places, which is from a coaching point of view, it's healthy. So it's going to get, for the guys in our room, it's going to get tougher. But I think what we've got now is, kind of carrying on from last year, and we were at those guys have had a year behind them, and we've got that experience now that we're now using. So to go against a team like Aberdeen and lose, only by the odd goal is disappointing. But there's still, like you're saying, if we want to take some positives out of it, we can. I think we have the makings of, a good team, which you'll probably see, kind of come to fruition over the next sort of 6 to 8 weeks.
Coach, thank you for your time. Thank you.
Thanks, George. Cheers. Thank you.